buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. ¿Cómo estamos, mi compa? Su amigo Carlos Rodríguez.
What's up, everybody? Yo soy Jesse, el grandote.
What's good? I'm Fry from Fire Guy Designs.
Bro, today we are in this change of scenery, as you can see already.
As you can tell.
For all of our people here in Chicago, we're over here on the, I don't know if is this considered the north side for you, Jess?
It's already a north side. There's an N on the edges.
It's out here in the north side.
The north.
It's we're here with our very, very good friends, which is Casa Humilde Cervecería. Con el compa, con los hermanos y son amigos, José y Javier López, compadre. Saludos, appreciate it. Thank you for having us here.
No, thank you guys for stopping by.
We're here located. We're here at the District Brewyards. Para toda la gente que sea aquí de Chicago y para la gente que venga a Chicago, you guys need to come check this place out.
Yep.
We're here with Jose and Javi. They're the owners of Casa Humilde Cervecería, which is pues ahora sí que nos van a explicar a whole bunch of, the flavors that they have, all the beers, how it started.
Right.
And then we're going to touch at the end because everything has it's got to have a music connection.
Really?
Sí.
That's a music connection?
Yeah, Jesse doesn't even know.
I didn't know that.
Se la tengo, porque luego, Jesse's like, whenever he knows, he'll fucking throw it in like when you're watching a movie.
No, it's not the guy that says it in the beginning. Hey, something about music, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we wanna thank Jose and Javi for having us here. Congrats! It's your 1 year anniversary.
Yep.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Just yesterday.
Yeah.
Just yesterday we were here partying.
El 1 de noviembre, un poquito frío, pero sabes que la raza vino, they stayed, they drank. The beer wasn't getting warm porque sí estaba frío ayer.
It's chilled for sure.
Pero you know what? This was just more of an experience para la gente que no sabe about the District Brewyards y Casa Humilde. Es un lugar que, pues, vienes a tomar tu chela, tu cerveza artesanal, pero you pour it back there. O sea, te dan una tarjeta, ahí le pones, you put it on those screens acá atrás, y te sirves tú solo, which is pretty cool. I mean, tienes opciones en vez de hablar a un bartender, hey, me das una Corona. I don't know if I drink that.
It's a great spot, man.
It's a great spot because it also explains what each beer has, which I think is pretty genius because I want to try to see, one of my favorite beers is a pepino beer. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Pepino.
Jesse likes pepino.
No.
Yeah, I think the fun thing is you can come in, try an ounce of one of them or all of them and see what you like. Yeah. Some people have fun with it and blend as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which is kind of cool, yeah.
Man. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. And
Molotov cocktail. No.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons that we could say as far as why we wanted to showcase you guys because you guys are homegrown here in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And that's like a big support, I think, to have, two guys from Durango, right? You guys from Durango.
Parents from Durango.
Straight from like the hood, like the hood from us, just start up and you guys started from the bottom and now you guys are here.
No wonder you guys are jamming out to Tamborazo.
Oh, man. That's our jam, man.
Yeah, these guys are a big reason why obviously we're all about Chicago in the whole Oaxaca family as far as shouting out Chicago as much as we can. We when we met Jose, we did have a great talk. We talked about how they started. Chicago raised, son familia de Durango. Shout out para la gente de Durango. ¿De qué parte de Durango?
Mi mamá es el 1 de mayo.
Okay.
It's in Santa María del Oro, el municipio, yeah.
Primero, is that where Hesiel is from?
El Quemado.
El Quemado.
Yeah.
El Uno.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hesiel. ¿Cómo así? Damn.
El Quemado.
From El Quemado. A la familia Gutiérrez, saludos. Well, we found out they're from Durango. We found out they're here in Chicago. And then we found out that Jose was in the music business as well. And it just kind of it was weird the way it linked up with us.
Yeah.
As far as getting to know each other and so much that we're going to let you guys know that for season 2, we are talking to our main sponsor for season 2.
Yes.
And we want to thank Saludcita, la buena. Que sea mucho más. They're becoming our sponsor for season 2, where we're gonna try to do as much as we can to introduce the next list of guests and whatnot. But for now, we're here because we want to talk to Jose, especially my boy Jesse. He's intrigued by the story. I already heard the story, a couple times. I told it to my compa, but the way they started, it's kind of like, I'm telling you, it's kind of the musician thing. The way they started, at the end of the day, it's passion. At the end of the day, it's just being, to a certain point, stubborn with your idea.
Yeah.
Se tiraron all the marbles in, and we're going to start because I know it's maybe about 2015. You guys, just so you guys know, this is not like a thing you guys, a family business from 20 years ago or nothing like that.
Nope.
You guys just like to drink beer.
Yeah, we love good beer, craft beer,
music.
all types of beer.
And started making your own flavors.
Yeah, our own, a lot of different styles we started playing with at home. And over the past 5 years, just kept kind of honing our craft. Still learning as we go. We still have a lot to learn.
Yeah.
I think with anything you dedicate yourself to. But yeah, we're still going. And so far,
Pero una de las ideas que vino de hacer la cerveza, what was something that you guys didn't like in the beer scene or you saw out in Chicago that you could say, man, I want to do my own beer? Like,
Yeah.
what was something that you guys wanted to do? Like, you wanted to put your chip in?
Yeah.
well, I think the main thing was there wasn't much like Latino representation.
Okay.
You know,
Right,
there was only a couple of not even what was out. Five Rabbits is probably the only other Latino brewery.
Okay.
There's some more Latino-owned breweries now, but I think that was it. Like we would go to a lot of breweries, and we enjoyed the beers, we enjoyed the people. They were all welcoming, but we didn't see our culture there. We didn't see our people. We didn't see us.
Right.
You know, so that's kind of what we wanted to do.
Yeah, and still to this day, there really is no Mexican-owned like breweries. I think like fully,
William.
like fully, yeah, Mexican-owned breweries usually.
Wow.
If they say they're Mexican, they might be backed by somebody else, but it's
Oh, you're 100%,
100%,
We're
1,000%
Latino.
back.
Yep.
yeah, Latino. Yep.
Yeah,
So,
Nice.
What's up?
Man, that's the beauty of this whole episode. I mean, I really want to urge all of our listeners, followers, stop by here because aquí están dos hermanos de Durango. I'm gonna shout out to Durango because bro, a lot of people from Durango follow us and listen to us, and
Yep.
you guys gotta come over here and check out my compa Jose and Javi's place right here at the District Brewyards, Casa Humilde Cerveceria. You're gonna have right now they have 13 flavors.
13,
right?
and I'm pretty sure the 14 is going to be chile pasado. Something is going to be up in there, man. It has to
You
be,
can't
bro.
tell Jesse the secret, man.
Yeah.
You can't tell Jesse. He's gonna say it.
We're
man.
playing around with some things, man. That's for sure. We're playing around with some things.
No, está bien.
Yeah.
but we didn't tell them when though.
No. So, bro, like in 2015, cuando ellos me empezaron a platicar, era como cuando uno empieza a tocar, bro.
Yeah.
¿verdad? O sea, tú vas y tocas y ofreces tus servicios gratis.
Gratis, man.
Yep.
And that was them. These guys were like, oh, Jesse, you're having a party?
Let's go.
And then they
We
were
got
fucking-
5 kegs.
Yeah.
We'll see you there.
So nomás la traían a su casa, like the kegs? You
Yeah,
just
man.
Put them in the
Yeah,
keg?
we would either go to like art shows in Pilsen, friends of ours, or we would have events at home where we'd cook some food. We love food, so I would cook like 30 pounds of barbacoa, some pork belly, just a lot of food, man. And we'll have 5 or 6 different.
Yeah, or collab with Valdo.
There you go.
Man.
There you
And
go.
5 or 6 beers, invite our friends, invite industry people we knew, people we've met along the way who appreciate craft beer, and kind of just, they were our guinea pigs.
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
much.
yeah.
We'll also throw a couple cocktails on draft. We had kegs.
So we
So technically, like, I mean, but how long did it take you from you guys saying you guys are sitting in your house or garage drinking some beer or your beer and saying, well, fuck it, let's take the next step, you know, because igual tienen que comprar equipment and whatnot.
Yeah, I think since when we started buying everything, our initial investment, we were thinking was probably going to be $500, $600. We'll get a little kit that we can do on the stove. Yeah, hacemos todo. But then we started looking more into equipment, and we knew we wanted to grow it into a business eventually.
Yeah.
So I think like 6 months into it, we were like 35 grand in at the house. Yeah. So yeah, like everything you see at a brewery, like back here, the big tanks, all stainless steel, we have at home. You know, so everything's temperature controlled. If we want to ferment a beer at 67.2 degrees, we can hold it there because it's important with beer. You know, because we came across a lot of home brewers who would make amazing beers, but they weren't able to recreate it because the temperature is hard for them to do without the proper equipment, you know?
To maintain a certain...
to maintain the flavor. Because a beer, it can change by a degree or 2 or 3, and it can be a different beer depending on the yeast strain.
Yeah.
You know, so we wanted to be able to create beers that we like, we're happy with, and down the road when we're ready to launch, be able to just go in easily.
Now I'm
Yeah.
intrigued a little bit because I like beer a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Here we
there's a beer place up in Wisconsin
Okay.
that you can only get in Wisconsin. And I went to their brewery and
Is it
they
New
said-
Glarus?
Yeah. Shout them out, but
They're dope, man. They're dope. We don't mind
But there
shouting
was
them
a
out.
beer that, what makes a beer limited edition? Because there was a beer that they said, this is a beer that we didn't know how it just came out.
Yeah.
It tasted good.
Yeah.
And it's being bottled, but we don't know how we made it. Así, a Chile dijeron eso.
I mean, it could definitely be more along the lines of R&D for them, like research and development.
Okay.
It could be a small batch, like they weren't sure how the process was gonna work out,
Okay.
and they're like, okay, we'll do a small batch and see how it turns out, and then
Shit.
from there they can scale up. And
Yeah, and a lot of it is sometimes a small batch, like with wild yeast or even bacteria in beer that kind of gives it a little funkiness, a little acidity.
Oh, shit.
And some of those, some of them they can't really reproduce. So they'll probably do 100 cases, 50 cases or something, and that's it. And every year they might do a different one for that series, and
So that's
and
the
that's
limited
it.
edition.
Yeah, no, for
Oh,
sure.
because it was a good beer, pero
No, yeah.
ya no lo pueden, ya no lo hacen.
Yeah, well, them specifically do amazing beers
Right.
and other stuff that's in barrels and other stuff. It's amazing, you know. Like we're finally getting into that area where we're putting some beers in wine barrels and in some
yes.
bourbon barrels as well. We're working on bringing in some tequila and mezcal barrels, hopefully very soon, to just kind of play with that as well.
Pero esos barrels tienen que venir de México, ¿verdad?
Yeah.
Y ese es el pedo.
Yeah.
A ver, la gente que viene de Durango en la van.
Ahí les encargamos.
Tráiganse un
Si
barrel.
tienen unos de mezcal.
it's not raro, pero
Yeah, and it's weird too, because mezcal they usually don't age in barrels, you know.
It's all glass.
Some do, and it's very rare to get those, very hard to get them. So we're working on it, but yeah, I think we'll be able to. Yeah.
Nice.
Man, I mean, these guys are only 1 year into, you know, ahora sí que sí in the professional career, right? O sea,
Yeah.
you know, they've been doing it for 5 years. 1 year in here at the District Brewyards, 13 flavors. I'm gonna name them real quick, right? Just because I want to give them shout out to all the flavors, and you guys feel free to, you know, give us a little hint as far as what you know what to expect with the beer, right?
So
Yeah.
wait, about the music attachment to each thing.
Ahorita?
You're gonna
Ahorita.
say at the end?
Yeah, ahorita. Yeah, tú, compa, usted tiene que acabarse esas. man.
Yeah. Enjoy your
You gotta
beer.
work for it. You
enjoy
gotta
the
work
beer
for it,
for a
bro.
But I
suspense.
want it in alphabetical order.
Oh no, I
A ver
didn't.
cómo andamos.
I didn't have that. I didn't have that. The first one I'm gonna say is I think it's my compadre's favorite beer flavor. It's Maizal.
Yes.
Yeah,
Am I right?
I love
so
that.
Maizal, it's our Mexican style lager.
Okay.
So it's kind of like our answer, something more to what we grew up drinking, like a Modelo.
Nice. Okay.
You know?
So,
Yeah. So in Maizal, we actually brew with a little bit of corn. With,
Oh,
with,
shit.
with maize, so you know that's
Hence
what
the name.
hence the name. You know, so all the names kind of have a connection to
Gotcha.
that. You know, so that one we wanted to make it like just a touch of sweetness up front, and then still nice and clean and crisp.
this
Oh,
is
yeah,
go
yeah.
get your pops. This Maizal.
Yes.
And then they're 4-packs, right? Just so
4-pack, 16
4-pack,
ounce, the tall
16
boys,
ounce.
yep.
So they're tall boys.
Yeah.
So the next one is Alba, which is what my boy Jesse likes over there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's definitely one of our favorites. It's our Mexican amber lager.
Nice.
So it's kind of like our answer to a Negra Modelo.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, like we felt like we love Negra Modelos, we love Bohemias, but we felt like a Negra can be sometimes a little heavier for us.
Okay.
So we wanted to make it the same roastiness, maltiness, but just a little more crisp and easy drinking.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Saul had that, and he compared it to like Saul and Rojas actually. Rojas had it too, and he compared it to you just said the second beer.
Like a Bohemia.
Bohemia.
Yeah.
I just feel like from Maizal to Negra Modelo, you guys hit it on the nail in medio.
Yeah.
In medio, like the crispiness is not too heavy.
Well,
and
yeah.
you can fucking just keep
They're
on
crispy,
drinking.
man.
Our main thing with the beers is balance, man. Because
Yeah.
some beers can kind of just say they have something in it and go overboard, and that's all you taste.
Yeah.
And just you're not tasting what the beer is behind it. You know.
People who appreciate beer, I think, can appreciate the labor that goes into it. Because
Yeah.
I sure do. I mean, pero hay gente, hay raza que nomás they resort to ultras y ya.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you don't mind, what is the labor that goes into it? I mean, what are we talking about for you guys to come up with a new flavor per se? I mean, how long does it take? You know, Do you guys have selected audience to say, you know what, these are the people that give us their opinion, or is it just based off of you guys?
For the most part, it's us. You know,
Yeah.
Either he'll start with a recipe, or I'll start. We'll throw it back and forth, adjust. You know, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Once we have the recipe down, we'll do a test batch at home.
Okay.
Well, test batch or 3 or
Yeah.
4 or 5, depending on on how it tastes. You know, sometimes a beer will come out on the first one and we're happy with it. Sometimes it'll take us a year or two to get it right. You know, there's certain beers that we make now that have been in the works since 2015.
Oh, wow.
You know, it took us 3 years to kind of find the right balance, the right alcohol, the right like heaviness, the body, everything. It takes time. Yeah.
That's some shit. Okay, now you appreciate the labor even more. Of course. Yeah. You know, I'm not a big beer drinker, but we're drinking today. So if I start slurring, I'm always smoking. Today, I'm drinking.
Yeah.
I'm drinking with the big dogs.
And what's funny is like we'll work on a beer. Your average beer is going to be 3 to 4 weeks, so we still have to wait 3 to 4 weeks to try it and see if we like it.
Okay.
You know.
Y si no, es
Yeah.
otro proceso.
Exactly. Then we do it again. We'll tweak something minor and keep going. You know, we've never had beers that have been like super bad where we can't drink them.
Oh shit!
you drink 'em.
We drink them.
All right, I guess I'm going to have to drink this can.
Yeah.
Javi.
Hey, sacrifices, man. We got to do it. You know. Yeah.
And then you guys have Campesino.
Yeah.
Right?
Campesino is definitely it's more of a traditional style.
Okay.
It's not really common, like at least to like people you want to introduce beer to, like Latinos, or even just like my dad would never know.
Yeah, he would have never known what that style is, and the style is a saison, which is a French style. It's like in French Belgian region, you know. But it was literally designed for campesinos, for farm workers to kind of quench their thirst, you know, so they can drink something refreshing and not get wasted and still be able to keep working.
Damn.
You know, so it just kind of
Gatorade.
It kind of works with like our history, our parents, our culture, you know, where they come from. So we thought the name would be fitting. It represents the beer and it represents our people.
Hey, so like when you introduce it to like your dad,
Yeah.
like what was his reaction? Somebody, you know, he's not gonna drink it on his own.
Yeah, no.
So you guys show it to him. I mean, was he like, oh shit, this is good? I mean, does he expect that flavor? It's a different flavor,
It's
right?
definitely a different flavor.
Yeah, it definitely catches them by surprise.
Yeah.
And even my mom doesn't drink at all.
Yeah.
But she'll sample.
She'll sample them.
Yeah.
all, you
And she'll
know?
give us honest feedback. She's like,
Hell
I
yeah.
don't like this one or no.
Yeah. She doesn't drink at all. So like when we do like with hibiscus or contunas or all this stuff, she'll try them because you know she wants to see what the flavors are, and we want feedback too from people who know those flavors as well. You know.
Yeah. She's gonna be honest about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
The one that I had not seen before, so right now, is the flavor Firme.
Firme. So Firme is our IPA.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
so
heavy, right?
Yeah, so IPAs are usually more on the bitter side.
Okay.
Firme, it's kind of West Coast slang, you know. So it's more of a West Coast style IPA. So
Nice.
we wanted something a little more medium bitterness.
Okay.
And we were going after like a white grapefruit flavor, something light and easier drinking. And people have been really digging it, you know, because there's some IPAs out there that just go crazy with the bitterness, and some people enjoy it, you know. Here and there, I enjoy it too. But like I said, we're more about balance, you know. Yeah.
And then, se me está ocurriendo ahorita, just because, you know, when we grew up, or when I was growing up, you have your traditional beer, right? Your Budweiser, your Modelos, Coronas,
Yeah.
but we were never used to tons of different flavors, right? So this is kind of a, I guess you could say, new generation, or it's been around, but not in our culture, right? So I feel like our culture is waking up to like these new flavors, new options. Is there like a timeline for you guys? Like when you guys put out a new flavor, being that you have 13 in a year?
Yeah.
How does that work for you guys? Or is there no formula? You just, boom, pop them out.
There's really no formula where we say we're going to put out a beer every month or every
Right.
2 months. You know, being the first year and being with COVID, it was kind of, they threw a wrench into everything.
Fuck, yeah.
You know, we kind of had a plan, que a los 6-7 meses, we were going to start playing around, introducing new styles.
Okay.
Because kind of our thing was we wanted people to get used to the beers we make and kind of gain their trust with the quality, and then start introducing more beers. And también you want to see which beers work and which don't. And they all been working for us, you know?
Yeah.
So they've all been in distribution. You know, certain areas, some work better than others, but we've been able to keep producing them and selling out on them, which is good. So And with COVID, it was just kind of hard to kind of gauge everything.
Good response so far, though.
Yeah.
People love it. Then we also have Neblina, which is the one we have right here in front.
Yeah.
This is my second favorite one.
Second
Neblina,
favorite.
Yeah. I really like that one. It has like is that the one with the citrus?
Yeah, it's very citrusy. So it's kind of like our hazy, but it's hazy IPA. They're more on the citrus forward, a little heavier.
Yeah.
But that one's a little bit lighter in body, but definitely gives you citrus, tropical notes. You'll get orange. You'll get a little mango from it. Yeah, that one's that's a crowd favorite as well. That one kind of meets everyone in the middle. Like someone who drinks Modelo or someone who drinks the darker stouts or porters, they all kind of enjoy that one right in the center because it's easy drinking. It's refreshing. Yeah, that one's been doing very well for us too.
Then we go next to Nopali. Did I say it right?
Nopali, yeah.
Or Nopali?
Yeah.
What's that about? Is that with nopales or something?
We do it with tunas.
Oh, Zacatecas.
The tunas we use actually come from Zacatecas.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that one's it's kind of like our campesino, kind of that similar style base, more rustic base.
Okay.
And then we throw tunas in there.
Man, you guys got a badass coyote bringing out that shit. Okay, bro.
Hey man, tunas are definitely not cheap.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
No.
they're hard to process. That's been a struggle with that one, and we launched it from the beginning and haven't changed it, man. It sells very well for us. Yeah.
It's crazy because last batch we used almost like 800,000 pounds or something
of tunas.
Holy shit.
So it's like a lot.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's coming straight from Zacatecas.
Yeah.
And then, do you guys know where it's coming from, or?
We do. We have a company in Washington that sources them for us.
Nice.
So we know where they come from and everything, and we wanted to get them from there just because. We've driven through Zacatecas.
Yeah.
Through Mexico every year. We would go on vacation, drive to Durango. So. Kind of our connection to that beer is our dad, and we always drove in vans. So
of course,
just pulling up on the side of the road and getting some tunas, passing the bag back, and so that flavor we've always known.
I like those kind of stories, man.
Yeah, so we're like, man, we want to do stuff that kind of represents us, our family, our memories, our road trips, all that stuff.
Like the background on that flavor itself.
I had a overprotective mom, porque every time we would go to Jalisco, to Guadalajara, cabrón, no agarres allí, no agarres, te vas a espinar.
No te le subas al toro, Jesse.
Y ahí voy.
No shirt.
I could do this.
He comes back crying.
And then the other one I just seen right now too is Pilon. I had not seen that one last time that we got drunk here, by the way.
That's a stronger
Pilon.
one, yeah.
Yeah. Is that kind of like sweet and then, or what exactly?
That one's our Belgian style beer.
Oh,
We call it pilon because we use piloncillo.
Right.
Traditionally, you would use Belgian candy syrup.
Oh, okay.
Instead of that, we wanted to incorporate something from our culture.
That's badass.
Yeah, so those styles of beers, it's a Belgian strong ale, what we call it. So they're the higher alcohol beers that can range from like 7 to 9 to 10%, some to 12.
Oh,
Jesse wants that one.
And they use
Got excited right now.
Belgian sugar to kind of increase the alcohol,
Right.
and kind of dry the beer out. So we're like, we want to put a Mexican twist on it, something we're familiar
Use
with.
piloncillo.
So we use piloncillo for that, and it uses like traditional Belgian ingredients for that style. Like we use orange peel, we use coriander, and a pepper called
Grains of Paradise.
Grains of Paradise. So it still has those flavors, but has our twist on it, And people really like
that.
it. Yeah, they. I think just the flavor. It's kind of has like a not spicy, but like it has spices. You know? Yeah. So it's a great beer we even recommend it to restaurants to cook with it, like for fish batter or stuff like that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and it works very well.
Yeah.
So when you guys are coming across these, like, of course, you guys know your piloncillo and all that stuff. O sea, we grew up with it, ¿verdad? Pero the other type of grains, the spices, how did you guys come across that shit? Like, I would have never thought about going outside the circle or outside Pete's Market and looking at all the chile secos and shit, Like, what was your process? Like, did you guys get referred on it? Like, hey, wait,
Who's the foodie? Somebody's
yeah,
got to be a foodie.
somebody.
Yeah, well, we're both foodies. So yeah, and I've worked in the food industry since I got out of high school.
Okay.
You know, so I've worked at meat companies, oil, cheese companies, all that stuff. You know.
So ves la vaca y,
Yeah. So I know the cuts, I know that stuff. I know the fancier ingredients like caviar and foie gras and all that stuff.
yeah, we have that shit
so
every
we've
day.
always played
got
around.
that shit in the fridge, right?
Oh yeah.
Puro pedo.
Y aquí en el refrigerador, we got, oysters ready to go. We already
man.
got it.
Yeah, and so all that stuff like we're familiar with, so we don't go that fancy on stuff, but we know flavors, and we know something that can kind of compare to that and still kind of stay within our culture, our roots.
You know what to pair it with.
Compa Carlos, the same questions you asked me for compas, the compas, aquí con los compas podcast about the food restaurants, favorite spots. I think that's a perfect question for them. At the end.
We'll go.
Con
We'll go
puros
right
compas.
at-
Sorry, guys. It was my first episode with them, man. Shout out to Albardo.
Bardo, saludos.
Bardo.
We're gonna go to the next flavor, which is one of all of our favorites. Y aparte, pues que conocemos al compa Javi también from Big Meech. So you guys got like Pa La Casa Micheladas beer.
Yeah,
Two flavors.
Two flavors. So
Big
Pa La
shout out
Casa-
to Big Meech, baby.
Salud,
Good,
salud,
Javi.
man. It's an awesome collaboration. We're very proud of it, man.
That was a great idea.
Yeah, so
Great idea.
we met Javi from Big Meech about
Last summer.
a little bit over a year ago, last summer,
Okay.
and we've ever since we met, we wanted to collaborate on something,
Of course.
But they were busy, we were busy,
Yeah.
and then COVID happened this year, and around May, we're like, hey, you got a little time, let's get together and make something happen, So we got together, spent a few weeks of just pretty much R&D, trying out micheladas that are out on the market. We think ours is better, but we wanted to see what the best one out there is and how we can do it better, improve it,
Yeah.
So after weeks and weeks of just trying them out, the first one was a tamarindo michelada that we did, the Pa La Casa. Yeah, and we launched that one. It did very well. We did a second batch, did very well. And the most recent batch was this week, right? About a week ago, the pepino.
Okay.
Pepino,
That just released, correct?
Yeah, we just released that, and that people are loving it as well. It's refreshing.
I love the
I kind
pepino
of tell
one.
people it's like summer in a can.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great description.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time we had met, I brought some.
Yeah.
The tamarindo one.
We got the preview, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And my compadre and me, we're not michelada guys.
Yeah.
Like, especially because of the tomato sauce and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
But he had told me at first because he had tried it and he's like, man, I don't, I'm not a big michelada guy. And he's like, it's good. Then I tried it. I'm like, man, I like it. Like, it's real. I'm not a big michelada guy. Then we tried again when we had a meeting before this, and we tried the pepino one before. And it was just another home run for me. I was like, man, this is
For somebody,
for somebody that doesn't really like that guy, like they just
for somebody that doesn't like clamato.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big
That's the
clamato
thing.
guy.
So the challenge with that one was the first one we did was with clamato.
Oh, there we go.
So it had clamato, but and we're like, man, it's some people have allergies to shellfish. So I still almost like the day before we released them. I think we labeled like 2,400 individual cans with a little sticker for the shellfish warning.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That was definitely a learning experience for all of us, So, we took it upon ourselves to make it a challenge, and shout out to Javi at Big Meech. He kind of recreated our own clamato without the shellfish to make it
How about that?
drinkable
That's
for
crazy.
everyone,
That's crazy.
and we tell him, and he killed it.
Wow.
It worked perfectly. No one noticed the difference. People loved it.
For the people that don't like clamato, like
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
I just go and get a little 4-pack of this. Just try it out because it's.
Oh, yeah.
I explain it almost like carbonated tomato juice, but you really don't taste the tomato. Like I don't like the tomato clamato juice.
Well,
it's heavy.
It's perfectly balanced.
Oh,
so
but that's the
what
thing.
you
It's
get out of
great
the farm,
balance.
man.
Like we had a lot of people, kind of the same thing. Like, I don't like micheladas or Bloody Marys because of the tomato. And then we're like, just try it a little, And then we've even had a couple of restaurants. They're like, yeah, I'll give it a try. And then he's like, they're probably, I'm not gonna like it. But then they're like, hey, can we have it on draft?
Yeah.
We're like, yeah, sure.
Well, actually, my cousin who always comes from Las Vegas,
Yeah.
he always picks up a 4-pack.
Oh, that's
He
awesome,
always
man.
picks
We
up
appreciate
everything
that.
to
That's
go.
awesome.
And I'm like, man, ¿sí va a llegar? He's like, I drink one before I get on the plane.
When on the plane,
Right, when on the
llega
plane.
con dos.
When he gets off the plane,
ya se chingó, you know?
By the time he gets home,
he's
it's
done.
No, but I talked to Javi from Big League. Salud. We met a long time ago. His story and my story, he wasn't even in the business. He was a manager at a pizza spot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was there, and we met up, and then afterwards, he's like, yeah, I got my own brand. He's like, I quit that place. I'm doing my own brand, and
Yeah,
we've
man.
always talked. I'm like, bro, I'll drive a whole truck to Las Vegas, to the West Coast, just to push your product, bro.
Hey man, those guys, they're killing it, man. They do quality product. To us, they're the best michelada mix out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
And there's been a boom. There's been a boom.
Yeah.
A lot of people.
there's a
doing
lot
their
of
own-
michelada things out
Oh yeah,
there,
pero va
man.
empezando.
Sí.
That's
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah,
Like I
yeah.
just feel like this current generation and obviously whatever's coming up, like they're just not scared. Obviously, they're going at
taking
it.
The plunge, man.
Yeah, they're
taking
going
the plunge.
fucking balls deep.
You
Like,
know, and I love it because they have that mentality that we have. You know, what's the worst that
Correct.
can happen, man? You fail, fuck,
Start
you
over.
Start
Yeah.
over. You know. You
Hey,
know?
and then just so also we can shout this out real quick before I keep going with the flavors. Are you guys kind of distributed all over Chicago kind of thing, or is there certain areas so our people can go and get you? Because you guys need to get this. For me, hey, go get the pepino. I mean, go
You
get
like
the
the
maizal.
pepino.
I like the pepino. Yeah. No homo. It's good, man, and I want you guys to go and check that out because are you guys pretty much everywhere a little bit?
We're in a lot of places, man.
in the city for sure.
Yeah, so
The city for sure.
we have in the city. Burbs are growing for us, but they can go to our website at casahumildechicago.com.
Ah, there you go.
And
Much
we have
easier.
a store locator there where
Yeah.
or on your phone and your computer, your location, it'll tell you the closest spot. Or
Okay.
even here at the brewery, we're right here. The address is 417 North Ashland. So we're like Hubbard and Ashland, near Hubbard and Grand, or
Okay.
Ashland and Grand.
Ashland and
you know,
Grand,
so
yeah.
we always have it available here. All the beers to go in 4-packs as well.
You guys need to come, man.
Yeah.
Come
Oh, yeah.
here or just go on the locator and,
Yeah.
and
I
I
locate
located
them.
one
See
right
what's
at the
near you.
liquor store right by my house. I'm like, yes.
yeah, we're all over, man. Slowly growing every week, more and more stores. We're like some of the bigger stores for us right now are Cermac. We're in 4 Cermac Fresh Markets
Oh,
here in the
shit.
city. We've got the micheladas in Cermac and Aurora as well.
A-Town.
Yeah,
Come out,
so
A-Town.
we're out
You already
there.
know.
Yeah.
Puros compas. Get out there, man.
Yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
And yeah, slowly growing every week, which we're happy.
Badass. Other than congratulating you guys on your 1-year anniversary, voy a aprovechar and I'm going to congratulate you because I know you're newlywed.
Yeah.
Muchas felicidades.
2 months in.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
When was the last time anyone got married and made their own beer for the wedding? That you know of. My boy Jose over here.
Yeah.
That media naranja one.
Media
Yeah,
naranja,
it's a
man.
great beer.
It's a funny story too, man. Because I wanted to do something special for us, and originally we had our wedding planned here for October, and with everything happening, we had to cancel. And we really wanted to get married this year because we didn't want to plan another wedding.
Yeah.
Right.
So we found a space in Wisconsin, but it just so happened we don't distribute in Wisconsin, so the venue didn't let us take our beer to serve it.
Yeah.
So we put it here, and it sold out that weekend. Then we brewed it
that was
again. A few weeks
intention.
later, it sold out again that weekend. So now we're coming back strong with it. Actually, about a week from today, it'll be back out next week. And people love it, man. It's a pale ale, so it's very citrus forward, but light and easy drinking.
Okay.
So people have been digging it, and it's a funny story that I tell me and my wife. We're like, we're gonna laugh about this down the road.
Yeah.
Oh, we worked on the label, we did all this, and we couldn't even have it at our wedding.
Dang.
You know?
Explain the flavor on that one, or like
So
the taste on that.
that one, it's like Neblina is very citrus forward.
Okay.
But on that one you get like little hints of more tropical notes, a little bit of pineapple. Some people get peach or mango.
Okay.
And the citrus like orange, but Media Naranja kind of just drives just kind of an orange citrusy flavor. So we use 2 hops that just kind of that's what they do. Very citrus forward, and then we also, to kind of bring it home, a little bit of orange peel.
Okay.
to it, you know. And yeah, it's easy drinking, 5.2%. People have been digging it. Yeah.
And the name just goes along with the whole
The
story.
name works,
Like,
yeah. The name works, you know. And people really love the name, you know. It's a love story in a beer, you know.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
You know,
That's awesome.
so people like it, and the beer is good. So yeah, it's been doing very well for
I
us.
just love the concept of the names. I mean, everything has a. And I'm gonna jump on not just the names, but explain to me also what's up with the can design, because every can also is very unique.
Yeah.
Yet, even though it's unique, it's very. You can tell it's you guys though.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
though
yeah,
it's
yeah.
a different flavor. It could
Yeah.
be 13
Yeah.
flavors.
Yeah.
But I know it's you guys.
Exactly. That's kind of an important thing we wanted to do, like kind of have some cohesiveness with the designs and the layout of the labels.
Okay.
And kind of all the designs kind of go with the names, with the beer, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
They kind of have their theme, you know. And with the names, we like Alba. We did that one already, but Alba means sunrise. You know, so
Okay.
it has that copper color
Okay.
that
Yeah.
you see in the morning. So that's the color of the beer. You know, so they're all connected, and the artwork we all do in house.
Okay.
You know, we'll either create something from scratch, or we'll find elements that we like, bring them together, and tweak and adjust. And yeah, I'll start them, send it to him. My wife will look at them, and we'll all be like, change this, change that. I'll be like, screw you, I like this. I'll be like, no, I don't like
Hey, no,
that.
that's cool.
So it's a
I'm the
process.
owner.
Yeah. So it's a process, you know. And at the end of the day, if one of us gets outvoted, and you know,
Yeah.
the majority wins. You
Yeah.
know? But all the labels we've been very, very happy with.
And the name, same process. You guys kind of just juggle around the couple
we
of
find
names.
something that we think would work with that style and what's in the beer, and kind of just play around and until we might love the one name one day, and a week later, before we have to submit the label, we're like,
Damn.
Like,
What was something you had? What was the hardest one to name for you guys?
oh man, I think honestly Tempestad, right?
I think so.
Which is we haven't gotten into it, but it's our imperial stout, so it's
Yeah.
like a 9%.
We'll hit it now. Yeah.
So it's a darker, heavier beer.
Tempestad.
That's a great beer. I love like stronger beers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
¿Me pasas una de pepino, por favor?
Yeah.
Es que si agarro la alba, está pesada esa de alba, man. Va a salir bien pedo la chingada.
So like Tempestad, it's an imperial stout, but we love vanilla, you know. So we brought in a vanilla from Veracruz that we really love. You know, it's like very very pricey compared to like your typical vanilla.
Chúpale, 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 chúpale.
No, it's good. But we love the flavor of it. You know,
Yeah.
it's unique, and then we use a cacao that they source from where we get it from Ecuador. You know, so it has like a very soft, wide flavor of vanilla and like chocolate, hints of chocolate,
Wow.
little roastiness. You know, so that one we couldn't figure out what to call it. You know,
Yeah. Yeah,
So after talking, we were like, well, it's one of our heavier beers, our heaviest, right?
Yeah, so far.
Or as of now, and so we're like, Tempestad, it's kind of like storm, you know.
And what percentage again is that?
9%.
9.
Yeah.
And then I remember, Javi, were you telling me you're trying to come up with a heavier one?
He's working on it. He wanted it. Yeah, he
I
wants
wanted
to go
like
crazy.
18, 19. But,
oh,
but I
I've
think
only known about 12%,
Yeah, no,
bro. You're
he's-
talking
no,
about
but I think the next one will probably be around 12.
Yeah,
no.
12 to 14. I think we
Yeah,
might be able to.
he's
somewhere.
getting there. He's getting there.
I mean, eventually we'll get there.
I'll be your guinea pig, bro. I'll be your guinea
Yeah,
pig. Sure.
those just take more work because, and we got to brew a few different batches, make
Yeah.
sure we're happy with everything.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, but I think a 12-14%.
But
will
we're
be
not
next.
expecting an abuelita beer with chocolate.
With chocolate, not per se, but we are working on like we use ingredients that are, I like to say, near and dear to like our hearts and our culture. So we are working on stuff that we grew up with, that our families know.
Oh, that's
you know,
great.
our culture kind of inspired off of food like that.
Well, coincidentally, you said abuelita. The last flavor on our thing is something that me and compadre tried here for the first time when you were in Mex. It's called Cafecito.
Yeah.
And for us, it was like, what the fuck? Really?
I'm afraid of tasting stuff like that, especially
Yeah.
I like coffee, but not as much.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid of tasting stuff like that because
Yeah.
I don't want to go overpowered with coffee.
No, exactly.
But this was just like a nice, just a blend where you taste the coffee,
Yeah.
but it wasn't overpowering.
Yeah, and that's what we go for with that one. Actually, we're excited about the next batch of that one actually, because the
Cafecito.
one we
Coffee lovers, get that.
we have now, we actually just sold out. It'll be back in like 3 weeks.
Okay.
But we were using a Colombian blend of coffee that we really enjoy. but that's just because we haven't found something that we're really passionate about to use, from Mexico.
Yeah.
But the next one coming up, we're excited about actually because we're working with Back of the Yards. Coffee.
Yeah.
So,
shout out to Back of the Yards. That's our boy Jesse.
Shout out to Jesse.
Jesse.
Shout out
So we're excited about that.
Saludos, Jesse.
Cheers, man. Salud. So the next one's gonna be
Coffee from
one of their
Chiapas.
coffees that they source from Chiapas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right there with Jesse.
Yeah.
Okay,
with
okay.
So that'll be a cool collaboration.
Is he
That
from there?
No, he's from Jalisco.
He's from Jalisco.
He's he's one of our original Banda Azteca members.
that's
Yeah,
one of the
yeah,
funny
yeah.
connections, man.
Yeah, that's so weird, man.
Yeah.
He used to play the piano.
He's the we had way in the
yeah,
beginning
yeah.
of Azteca. It was
He was
Yeah.
with the original Azteca. With us.
Original.
We
right
met
after
him.
high school.
We had a meeting with them like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think, and then he sent us a picture too. We just started talking, After we were done with business, we hung out for like 3 or 4 hours and just started talking. And he's like,
Yeah.
I was in a banda too. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, me too, And then he's like, yeah, with Banda Azteca. I'm like, oh shit. I know some people who are.
I know those guys. I think I know those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, showed us a picture last time.
Yeah,
meeting. I'm like, I used to have that picture.
He
It was like
texted
one
me
of
the
our first
picture.
gigs.
He's like, hey, when you see them, man, show it to them.
Yeah. Big shout out to Jesse out there in
for
Back
sure,
of the
man.
Yards.
Yeah.
Para
Big
todas las
things.
gentes de Back of the
Awesome
Yards.
stuff, man.
Muchos
Yeah.
saludos.
Salud,
But
salud.
that was the cafecito.
Yeah, so that one coming up, but we're super excited about it, man. And we're working on different variants as well. After that one, there's going to be a coffee from Oaxaca as well that we're excited about. So yeah, that one's getting exciting for us.
That one, you also told me that alguien más agarra ese café también. Also, you're brewing it. They're brewing it for you guys and someone else or something like that. Was that something you told me or no?
Which one? That's the Oaxaca one.
the-
Right?
the
Yeah,
coffee
the
from
Oaxaca
Oaxaca.
one. It's we can't release too many details on that one.
Yeah, of course,
But
of course.
that we're excited for that one too.
I just think that's badass the way they get the product directly from where it's at.
where
I mean,
it's from, right.
from Oaxaca.
Well, that's one of the big things we're more and more trying to do. When we started, it was a little more difficult just because we didn't have as many connections as we do now. As
Right.
we meet people and we network with people, find good industry friends. We get exposed to more producers and stuff like that. So that's one of the big things we're focusing on. So for all those ingredients, we want to highlight exactly the people that are actually making it. Let people know this is where it's coming from.
Right.
One of the main things is they're getting paid a fair wage for that. Fair
Badass.
price for that.
Now, tell me the truth, because all the Mexican families, when they wake up to their coffee of choice,
Nescafe?
preference, Nescafe.
Yeah.
You guys
I
started
have it
with
in
that
my
shit. What you started with? Did you guys? Was that your test
We
run?
never. No.
No, we started drinking when I was 5 years old.
Yeah, that's our lifelong coffee for forever. Yeah.
Our great grandma used to give us coffee at 5.
Yeah, we were having that with toast with butter, man. Yeah, that's our jam. So we'll never stop drinking that. But it's not the same as a higher quality coffee.
Yeah.
That's something it's not nostalgic, but I mean I enjoy it. It is nostalgic, but I enjoy it. I'm used to it. It just hits the spot every morning.
And what I noticed, like, you guys don't, when it comes to coffee and all the other ingredients, you guys don't cut corners
No.
as far as taste. Like,
No.
you guys go straight to whatever the source is or whatever.
Yeah, we prefer to use quality ingredients, and sometimes it's tough with trying to make our margins.
Yeah.
But sometimes we might not make it what we should be making, but we also want to try and be fair with our pricing.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes it gets a little tough, but we're proud of it. We wouldn't change that. Yeah.
That's why they say they go balls deep into this.
They go balls deep, bro.
Balls deep.
That's why we really want you guys to go check out the beer. It's what the new trend. Ahora sí que I'm gonna sound like an old guy, right? Because I wasn't used to the 4-packs. I was always used to.
It's weird for people, man. When we're doing tastings at stores, we get older people.
Te le faltan dos, compa.
No, for sure, man. We get the older Mexican guys that are 40s, 50s, 60s
That's
that
us.
are like, pero nomás son cuatro. Then we gotta explain, what they're 16 ounces versus 12 ounces.
¿Y dónde está el 18? ¿Dónde está el 24?
And then sometimes like they'll pay $9-10 for a 6-pack of Modelo, and it's pretty much the same quantity here. You're gonna
Right.
pay $10-11, but
Right.
you're for us you're getting a better product.
Better product
Yeah.
and in more in one can instead of in less aluminum.
Check-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Check them out, man. Check them out hard. Go and get some beer.
Yes,
The other
sir.
thing I want to point out, obviously, porque mi compadre le gusta dibujar y también cuando vengan aquí al local, al District Brewyards,
Yeah.
I want you guys to check out their wall where they have the pour or the taps.
Yeah.
This wall and then a wall that you really can't see, but it's to the side of it. My compa, Jose, explain a little bit what you guys do also with the art, because I want to hit the art. When you come in here, you're going to see the art. I mean, they
you can see
decorated
this great
badass.
artwork.
Oh, yeah. Right behind me, you're going to see some great artwork.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me more about the art, because we're all about art.
Yeah, no,
obviously.
for sure. Like one of the main things, our goal is to incorporate obviously good food, music, art with beer. So every month we rotate a new local artist.
Every month.
Every month we change it up.
And then you sell these, or how?
Yeah,
does
so
it
we
go?
allow the artists to come in, hang up their stuff. Before COVID, they would come in. Some would do sip and paint. Some would do little
badass.
mercaditos and stuff like that. So, but yeah, they can sell them. We don't take commission. We don't take anything. We allow them to showcase their artwork. People can come and enjoy it, and people love it. It changes up every month. So people who come here all the time, they love it.
I like that one right there. It says the only weight I needed to lose was you.
I like that.
Damn.
I really ain't one.
Damn, guys. I'm gonna take that shit home.
Hey, you gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it.
I'll pay for it. But I'm taking that shit home.
And what we love is a lot of the artists,
one.
they sell a good amount of the art, which that makes us happy. Their art is displayed and people can have it in their homes.
You could tell right away that with the success that you guys have right now, you guys are sharing the success porque you're lending the space. You're giving a hand right there. Aunque no sea virtualmente, but hey, you're giving everybody else a shot while you guys are still trying to make it.
Well, that's the
fucking
thing, man.
badass.
Like we want to come up together, if we're not helping someone else, then what's the point?
What's the point?
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the drawings. They're similar.
Yeah.
I assume obviously it's an artist, one dude
One
or something.
artist.
Yeah.
One. We gotta figure out. We gotta get an artist to do like aguacate
I'm eyeing
ones.
one right now.
Like all these
I'm not
aguacate
gonna pay
ones.
for it right now. I want to pay for it because I'm eyeing one right now.
Yeah,
But
there's
I
some
mean,
dope
look,
ones,
we
man.
understand these times are tough, and it's
And
this
that's one thing I
COVID.
didn't know about the artwork. Sorry.
Yeah.
The times that I've been here, I never knew about the artwork.
Yeah.
I'm like,
No,
they rotate that. It was different last time I was here.
Right.
But,
Yeah, when he told me like, oh yeah, we rotate once a month. I'm like, oh shit, that's pretty
Yeah.
badass.
Really badass.
It's a win-win for us. We support local artists and
Yeah.
and we keep it fresh. Get to display new art every month as well.
Yeah. You guys got to come out here. Como decimos, obviamente ahorita el COVID está muy pesado, pero whenever this thing clears up, this is gonna be the spot. You guys need to come check it
And
out.
when they
here.
come outside, you have a great patio outside.
Yeah,
It's
we have a great
artwork.
patio. Well, this week coming up, the weather's going to be good. But
I know, right?
Yeah.
We'll have another
Yesterday
time.
we were
Yeah,
freezing, but yeah, but yeah. Hopefully we get a few more weeks of good weather. And right now we do have limited seating inside near the windows, so we are open and people can come in and pick up 4-packs as well.
Nice.
Yeah, and the food here is amazing.
So technically it's still open during. To
It
come
is.
pick up some 4-packs.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Eat by the window.
Limited seating as well. Yeah. Shout out to Lily's Q, man. Their
Oh,
food
God.
here is amazing.
Those tacos
they
we
did
had
a
for their
special brunch menu for us for the
Yes.
party, and
that was just for you
Jose's
guys.
applauding.
yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know that. That's bad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no
Brisket
wonder I had a
tacos.
separate menu, ¿verdad?
Yeah. And they throw
yeah.
down with tacos as well, like on Taco Tuesdays and everything. But these they did for us.
The brisket.
I had
tortillas, the
you guys had the
tacos.
brisket.
I had the brisket
Yeah.
tacos,
Yeah.
pero la salsa verde que estaba, they
man.
was just like
Yeah.
on point.
And
Es que era de
the puerco
aguacate,
mole
man.
too. was-
That's why I like
No me la comí. Es que esa no me la
No,
comí.
I had both of them, and I was just like,
Yeah.
man, this is great. That mole was just
Yeah.
The pollo and mole
I
was
didn't
fire.
I didn't
Fire.
give mole a chance, bro.
Oh,
Because
man, you had
it's
to,
a hit or
man.
It was
miss.
all good, man. It was all
No, that one was a hit. That was a hit. I'm not a big sweet one, but that was not
Yeah.
sweet. It was smoky. It was
Oh,
good.
shit.
I'm not one to jump on mole, and a lot of
But
people
Lily
do,
Q.
but it was just one of those things I was like,
Lily Q's on point, man.
Thank you for the shout out to all the staff, for everybody in the kitchen. You guys worked it out. Y también for the Instagram shout outs. They were showing so much love to
for
me
sure.
personally,
Yeah.
Nice.
and to the whole group, and for your anniversary. So felicidades.
Yes,
And shout
Arsenio
out to
was here
them,
too
man.
yesterday.
Yes. Shout out to the guys.
And that's the beauty of it too, like here where we are, it's 4 breweries. We're one of the 4
Correct.
breweries in here. So in here we've got Bulldog, we've got Burnt City, and we've got Around the Bend. So
There you go.
people could come here, try our beers, and they can try 30
Try the other
beers.
beers.
They're amazing,
Beers, yeah.
Yeah, there's 40 total.
Yeah,
40
so 40 different
Oh,
beers on draft they can try.
So all the beer drinkers, I know there's a lot of you beer drinkers,
Yeah.
man. Come check it out.
It's not like they have to have like a whole full beer. Like
No,
they probably can have,
that's
like,
the beauty. They can
that's
buy
the
an
beauty
ounce or
about
two or
Por
three
onza.
to try.
yeah.
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 Como los drogaditos. Drug dealers.
Broncita.
Oh, hey, you want an ounce? You want an ounce? Get your cup. Right
You're gonna
there.
see Jesse's hanging around here, right here.
Here's a
Lounge,
lounge,
right
right
here.
here. Little taste.
I got some OZs for you.
Yeah.
No, pero yo era el primero. When I first came here, this was way before I met you guys. I went around, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that's the beauty of it. You know?
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Well, you get to try everything, right? Pretty much.
Yeah.
That was a barley wine beer on the other
From
side.
around the bend, Proximo, it's amazing. It is amazing, man.
Bro, me serví
Yeah.
como half a cup y me la chingué.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I'm done.
Damn.
Done.
But the flavor on that is just
Yeah.
delicious.
I think that's their berries, right?
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
like 12% probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
No wonder.
Oh, wow.
12% beer,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Chinga.
No wonder you're trying to go for 18.
These 2 ounces.
Yeah. Shit.
I was like, I got
Three
that,
or
I got
four,
that.
yeah, como que ya.
They got the OZs here,
You
bro.
see those little horns coming up like, I got that.
Yeah.
Stirring.
But that's the beauty of this place, you know. 4 businesses, we all support each other. You know, they've all been around longer than us, so big shout out to all 3 of them because they help us out too. You know, they know the industry a little
shout
more.
out.
So you know, when we have tips, brewing or
You guys
or
are the
sales or
rookies.
something.
Technically, you guys are the
exactly.
rookies.
Yeah.
And they've all been super supportive, which we love, you know. And with the kitchen too, for the special events, the menus, everything, it just works so well, man.
Nice.
That's great to hear, bro.
That's fucking awesome.
Now we're gonna drop some knowledge on my boy Jesse and Fry because these guys that we're talking to right now, they were musicians. Well,
At
one.
least my brother was.
One. I was gonna
He was
include
roadie.
them. I was gonna include them too. I was gonna say son cantantes los dos. Pero luego I'll be like, hey, yo no.
Don't make
But,
me sing. Don't make me sing.
I mean,
Please don't
something
make me
when
Break
we
some
had,
windows.
we had
Vas en el baño. No vas cantando en el baño.
when we had go ahead. When we had that little we had a meeting, right? We talked to them. We met up porque pues honestamente we didn't really know each other. Jose had reached out prior. They had already hired Saxteño and Jesse for their premieres a year ago, and now for the year anniversary. And then we finally linked up. We finally talked. Something small, 7 hours.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Little 7
case of
hours,
beer.
little 7 hours, and
Yeah.
tons of beer too,
Yeah.
and smoking and whatnot. And
Ahora
Bro,
voy
you
a
know-
decir, pásame un pepino.
ahora sí.
Ahora sí.
That's for display only, man.
And we met up, and the I'm gonna let you elaborate more on the story, right? Because I just felt like you explained to me your music knowledge and career and everything that you did,
Yeah.
which is technically everything that you're doing with the beer. So you're the type of guy. The little bit that I've known you is, you go balls deep, just the way I say it. O sea,
Yeah,
because
man.
you need to. I mean,
You have to.
everything that you did, I was just like, holy shit! You
Yeah.
actually had a studio.
Yeah.
You did recordings, a good
Yeah.
amount of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
You would. Te encerrabas, como dices tú, en tu cuarto, en el basement, me acuerdo muy
Yeah,
bien.
in the basement,
And
yeah.
just study how to do the
Yeah,
recordings.
Pro Tools,
get-
everything, all the equipment.
get
and
a
everything.
better pata. I
The
mean,
drums
it was
were,
nuts
yeah.
the way this
Yeah,
guy was.
yeah.
Yeah,
but
man.
it's the same thing how I see with the beer.
Yeah.
You're very anal, like we are with
Yeah.
with your products.
Yeah.
And talk to me about music, man. What's up with that? When was that? Real
Music,
quick.
man. Music, we.
A ver si lo van a reconocer.
yeah.
Compa, eh?
So we, me and my boys, we had a group called Inquietos de la Sierra. So
Inquietos de la Sierra.
You know,
Okay.
so we were in
Shout
high
out.
school when like when Braceros was popping, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were in high school. We were like seniors. We would,
Where'd you go?
not too far from here, actually, Noble Street Charter High School.
Okay,
Yeah, it
Noble.
was a small school, man. I think it was like 400 students total.
It's like
Alright.
Shit.
You know,
10
yeah.
seniors, bro.
No, I think our graduating class was probably like 90 or 100.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, we started playing there. We did like some talent shows when we were seniors. So we would throw down with some polkas and stuff. And then after that, I'm like, man, something I like to do. And I formed a band. Shout out to my boy Jose, little Jose and Edgar. We started in high school and, yeah, kept it up for, man, I think 7 years.
Okay.
Yeah, 7
Since
years.
high school, from the high
from
school.
high school.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and we played all over here in the city, all out of state, everywhere. Kept it up, and during that time, I got into music right in high school.
Okay.
And I also had like a recording studio at home. So. My mom helped me out with a loan to purchase some equipment. I came across a good deal from someone in the suburbs who had purchased like a lot of good equipment, like Pro Tools, Dove monitors, microphones, everything.
Yeah.
And we got a good deal on it. So my mom gave me a loan, and she's like, "Yeah, but you got to pay me back like within the next 2 years."
interest.
You know? Yeah. Luckily, no interest, but so I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I like shit, spend all this money, make it count. You know,
Yeah,
so
right.
we recorded our own stuff, and I recorded other people's, a lot of demos, a couple like full CDs and stuff. And yeah, did that for 7 years.
So what did you technically play?
A saxophone. So saxophone y
Pedal
el director.
Saxophone.
Yeah.
The good thing about the South Side, because
Yeah.
you guys grew up in the North Side of
Yeah.
Chicago, the good thing about the South Side is that the come-ups would be from crackheads, you know, selling equipment.
Yeah.
You know, so we're like,
Yeah.
oh, hey, I got these speakers. I'm like, yo, I got you.
Yeah, man. Hey.
So you're basically just talking shit about the South Side.
No, I had a couple
Yeah.
come-ups, bro.
You got the good crackheads up there in the South
crackheads
Side.
are like, yo, Jesse, I know you like this.
Yeah.
I know you like these speakers.
Well, my first instrument was the drums. And,
Okay.
and I just, my rhythm was not there for the drums, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom, she bought me a kit when I was still in high school. And I think we tried for a month or two. And I'm like, yeah, no, this is not for me.
Yeah,
This is not for me.
Javi, wasn't your thing, music?
No, I loved listening to music. Just like my parents, my dad would listen to Chalino Sanchez, Lorenzo Monteclaro in the garage while he's working on the car, drinking with his buddies. I have no coordination at all.
So you were drinking at this cafe since
Yeah. You're a fucking hyper already.
Yeah, my hands
And then he was already working on the 18% back then.
That's true.
Like, I want to make something at 18%.
And then you guys were telling me you guys were that Durango family that would drive to Mex and obviously jam the hell out on the whole
yeah.
drive there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Every year.
When they weren't playing music in front, cuando ya se enfadaban, I would always have a boombox in the back.
Ah, okay.
Hasta que me gritaban to turn this shit down or put on your headphones. Yeah, bro.
I remember wearing out the Tucanes.
Yeah, oh, bro. Like when I was, it was me, my cousin Lisette, actually. We probably played out Cassette de los Tucanes, el que tiene la canción Mundo de Amor. We probably played that on a trip to Mexico, like nonstop the whole.
It was like on repeat.
Oh,
Yeah. And I did that with,
23 hours.
like, man, we were always into like Los Relámpagos, you know, Ramon Ayala, Cornelio. That was always our jam. Still to
Okay.
this day, you know.
That was on the playlist going down
Always,
there.
sure.
always, man. And then I was always into Los Tigres. So every cassette CD that would come out, I estaba yo like Jimenez buying it. It's $16.99, $19.99 every time buying it, you know. And I kept them, you know. And that was everything that came out that I really liked. I would buy it, you know.
Damn.
It's weird now because now stuff comes out and it's just on your phone. It's
Yeah,
different,
it
man.
pops up. It's not even as fun.
It's weird. It's not.
I used to like going to this come out and telling the lady, hey, ya llegó uno de los temerarios. No, shit.
Y el de brindis.
Cuando llega,
El de brindis que le encargué la semana pasada.
I
¿Qué
know.
pasó?
Yeah.
No ha llegado.
I used to love that, man. Like you would go to for us, it was Buyer's Flea Market on Division.
Yeah.
Y dice, no lo tenemos, pero se lo encargamos para el próximo fin de semana, you know?
I would
So
go to-
you would be excited.
I would go to swap around on 47th
Yeah.
over there on Ashland, and then I would go to the guy all the way in the back because he would have all the banda shit.
Yeah.
And like, oye, compa, hey, esta.
Lo más nuevo.
No, pero mira, llegó esta banda nueva aquí, se la encargo para la semana que viene. I'm like,
I get nostalgic with like the artwork.
Yeah.
It wasn't much, but you used to like have the lyrics
Oh, yeah.
right there.
You would
You're
open
like,
the
He was just like, listen to
booklet.
That was my favorite.
That was awesome,
y
man.
luego cuando llegaba un CD y había un poste del grupo,
Oh, yeah.
you would have to fold it.
Hold it.
With all the creases.
Hay que planchar.
Poster.
Mount al tape.
I used to work at this come out.
Yeah, I used to work at this come out for like maybe a couple of years.
Yeah.
Pásale.
Yeah.
No, I never used to be that way. But, no, but it was for a Korean guy for like a toy store and stuff,
Oh,
stuff like
okay.
that. He was like, hey, what's
A Korean guy.
Yeah,
That's
it was
funny.
Korean. There was a lot of Koreans that I think it was a Korean that owned it back then.
Oh, man.
But yeah,
Well,
that was
that's
good old days.
and then how long were you in the music then, technically, or with the
I
Inquietos?
think, man, when did we stop? I think like 2012, 2013.
Okay.
Somewhere around there.
A couple
With the
years
same
later, you
group.
started doing
Yeah,
the
the same
Same
group.
group,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. We were able to keep up. Like I kept most of the original guys. Probably just 2 or 3 that we swapped in and out. I mean, you guys know
Yeah.
how it
Yeah.
goes. You know,
Yeah,
sometimes just the dedication's not there from everyone, and
Yeah.
it gets tough. You know.
Yeah.
There was many trips where we would go out of town, and for me, it wasn't about money then. It was about growing something. So 5 years down the road, we're able to play bigger shows and stuff. more out of town stuff.
Sounding tight.
Yeah, exactly. You know, so and then it got to a point where like I kind of felt like babysitting.
Is that
You
Banda
know?
Real? Were we around?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I know we probably played a handful of times. Yeah,
Okay.
with you guys in the same shows.
Okay.
But yeah, it got to a point where like, nah, you know,
Yeah,
I can be doing something else.
Everyone was not on the same page.
Yeah.
It's pretty much what
gets tough,
always
you know?
happens.
Yeah, it gets tough. It was probably 3 of us that kind of, when we did recordings or came up with songs that were really into them, that did all the arrangements and everything.
Yeah.
And then the other guys would just kind of come in and, oh, what do we do? Or, you know, just the dedication wasn't there.
It wasn't all there.
But,
Yeah.
but even then, like I remember, they got some pretty good shows. Like they would go out of state.
Yeah,
Like,
we
they
had
would go
good
to,
shows,
like,
man.
Go to Colorado, play weddings.
Oh,
or
shit.
Yeah.
quinceañera. So they would travel.
Well, it was hustling, you know. Like we were able to make some connections. Like we would play with Viva, a lot of the big shows with Horóscopos, Huracanes, Rieleros, all these big shows, you know. And we were getting 4 or 5 sets a weekend, you know, at one point.
Yeah.
You know, so it got to a point where like, man, if we keep hustling, making connections, you know, we can get somewhere eventually.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and when I started, same thing, you know, you start playing for free, calling all these people, you see the posters, you get the numbers, you know. Sometimes it'll be like, oh, no, we don't do it, we just sell them here. But I'm like, do you got the number who I can talk to who's doing
Right.
it?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Right.
And back then, it wasn't as easy as going online and
On Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sending
No,
a
back then-
message or something.
No landline action.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Right? So
That's
like,
how I used to do it.
And actual printed posters. Yeah.
exactly.
Let me get the number from this
Yeah.
one.
But that was the idea, though, for you. Like when you made that investment para hacer el estudio.
Yeah.
I mean, that was just like, this is what I'm going to do. That was your idea to do all of that. O sea, grabar
Yeah.
los grupos ahí.
That was what I wanted to do, like as a career, you know.
Yeah.
I even went to Studio 2020, did like a little internship there with Sam.
Sam.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He was great. Shout out to Sam.
Shout out to Sam.
Yeah, and yeah, learned a lot, man. Learned a lot. I remember when I first got all the equipment, I literally spent a whole day in the basement just learning Pro Tools, pressing buttons, reading
Balls deep.
manuals.
What does this do? What does this do? What does
Yeah,
that do?
sure.
Yeah.
And I was always anal about drums, man. So I wanted the drums to sound right. You know, if I didn't like how the kick sounded with one mic, I would buy another one, try it out. If I didn't like it, return it, exchange it. You know, yeah. Like I invested. Like I couldn't be a drummer. I just didn't have it in me. But I wanted
you
the
knew the
kit to be
sound.
dope. You know, so
Yeah.
back then, like everything I spent on drums was probably like $3,500 on
Holy
that
shit.
kit back then. You know, which was a lot of damn money.
Just on the drums.
Just on the drums, you know.
But
so-
you wanted the drums to sound like
to sound
how
to
you
sound
wanted
good.
it to sound.
Yeah, you know, to me, drums and bass kind of drive everything. You know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I always wanted it to sound good. You know, so that was always a big thing. I was always anal about that. you
Yeah,
know. I
for
think I
sure.
mentioned to you too last time where I would have bands come in and be like, "Hey, my drums don't sound like your drummer's drums." I'm like, "Well, you're not my drummer."
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
some people think just because they're going to the studio, they're gonna sound dope. But
Just like you.
yeah, you
Yeah.
know, exactly. No, you gotta have skills, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to have it in order to produce that sound.
Exactly.
I mean, the sound tiene mucho macices y todo
Yeah,
eso.
yeah, you gotta have that touch, man. Because as much as I can do one good hit, I can get it to sound where I like it, but I'm still not gonna be able to make it all sound good.
I actually just got a message,
Yeah.
and I'll just to throw everybody off. But I said Eric Soto.
Oh, okay,
He said
yeah.
I was a freshman with Jose,
Yeah,
was a senior.
at Novo, yeah.
They had made a Duranguense band in high school.
He was with us for a little bit, yeah.
Ah, there you go.
Juventud
Shout out.
Parranda, he said.
Was it Juventud Parranda?
Oh,
So,
he said-
yeah, damn. So, Juventud
Yeah.
Parrandera was like the
Parrandera,
original
yeah.
name in when we were in high school. I know.
Yeah,
shout
there
out
you
to
go.
Eric, man.
Yeah, he
Shout out
just
to
sent a
Eric.
message on the Guac party. He's like, oh,
He's a follower. He always
He's a follower, yeah. Shout out to Eric, man.
Salud,
Cheers,
salud,
bro.
salud. Bro, so that was a music career. We're 1 year into you guys being here at the District Brewyards, lo que es Cervecería Casa Humilde. We're 13 flavors in as far as what you have going on. Hopefully one day we can create something, collab together too, hacer algo,
Hell yeah.
algo
Yeah,
diferente
badass,
y para
man.
que la gente empiece a buscarlos. Anything else that we need to add right here, Jesse, that you wanna shout out here to our boys, because it's a great product. I mean, first and foremost, it's a great product.
I'm 3 beers in, but it's just I got 10 more to go. But no, it's just one of the things that it's. O sea, se le dice a la gente, pero it's up to you guys to try it out. O sea, no podemos hablar toda la semana, todo el mes,
Yeah.
pero hasta que llegues a probar uno de estas cervezas, and it's just lo que habíamos hablado, que we're always we're always forced to drink the same shit. You know, like what my dad drank, or what my mom drank, or what my uncle drank.
Yeah. We're like trained. Mentally trained.
Hey,
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I gotta go with this one porque esta es la que tomaba mi papá.
Yeah.
Or un artista que lo ven tomando y no, pues el artista está tomando
Que la
ese, quiero.
tequila,
Like,
que la ultra,
like,
que
come
todo.
on.
Yeah.
No, you know, we all got different palates.
We do, yeah.
And
Yeah.
13 flavors,
Yeah.
you're trying to hit every palate.
Well, no, exactly. Like we have a wide range, you know, for a little bit for everyone.
For everybody.
You know?
For everybody.
Yeah,
And that's one of the cool things too. Like the other day we had a little thing at the house, just some friends for my birthday. You know, I picked up a case of Budweiser.
Oh,
you know,
shit.
because I still enjoy Budweiser. You know, because it's a simple beer. You know, it goes down smooth, easy. You know, and I probably had like throughout the whole night maybe 10 or 12 of them, and still felt.
It was water.
Yeah.
That was my mom's favorite beer.
Yeah.
When I was
That was
growing
our
up.
dad.
Budweiser?
She had un
My father-in-law.
Budweiser.
Yeah.
Un Budweiser decía.
Yeah, Budweiser.
Un Budweiser. Nada más decía, no, más una para dormir bien, dice.
Yeah. Like our dad would drink Michelob, Lowenbrau.
My mom was also good at old
main-
style back in the day.
No, I don't think he ever did.
Rarely, but Lowenbrau.
His main one was Budweiser. I remember all the
Pero
time. It was probably the first beer he gave me to try.
Unas que sí me gustaban siempre when I was young.
Yeah.
I started drinking young, you know,
Yeah.
and I wasn't even that age. But se llamaban ponies.
Ponies.
And they're like little 8-ounce
Yeah.
bottles that you could just hide with your hand. So while you're driving,
Yeah.
you know, you're just drinking some.
But that was the brand of the beer, or that was the size
There
of
was
it?
size,
the
right?
size.
Oh,
I think
okay,
it's
okay.
called.
Okay.
Like I used to go with the Arab and like, hey, give me some ponies.
Yeah.
Oh, él ya sabía, you know?
Pues que te duraba
Were
una
they
pinche
strong?
pony. Man, throw that shit out.
Una nomás,
Yeah.
pero era para empezar la fiesta.
It was like a one hitter for me.
So one
Yeah.
hitter to get to the party already a little bit lit. you
Hell
know?
yeah. I mean, you were 13. That's right. About it, Fry?
I remember, man, like our first beer is well, at least mine. I remember I was probably 12 in El Quemado actually.
There you go.
Pretty much, yeah.
Carta Blanca.
Carta Blanca.
Yeah, so the Carta Blanca always
Blanca,
will hold like
yeah.
a special place in my heart. I still buy them, you know. I
With
love
the
them.
caguamas.
Yeah,
Caguamas.
yeah.
I
It's funny, we used to have
actually-
a tab at the little store.
Yeah.
My dad didn't know about it, you know?
I didn't know.
Yeah, you'll just pay for it.
These guys were
afterwards.
like 12.
Yeah.
They don't know shit.
We go to the little corner store.
Hey, póngame ahí una mesa de futbolitos y agrégame uno de barrilitos.
You know, I'm sure they knew we were drinking.
Yeah, fuck
Hell
yeah.
yeah.
Your dad's like, I'll
Of
pay the
course.
tab. Don't worry.
Hablando de la gente de Durango y barrilitos, people from Durango always hype up barrilitos. What's a beer that you can associate barrilitos?
Or what do you? Yeah.
As far as flavor,
We're not too familiar with Barrilitos.
Really?
I can't remember the last time I had one, to be honest.
Like our thing was Carta Blanca.
For sure,
man.
Carta Blanca.
Carta Blanca was our thing. Yeah. Like when we think Mexico, we think over there, I think Carta Blanca.
Yep.
Pura caguama.
Yeah,
Pura
yeah,
caguama.
yeah.
Shit.
You barrilitos, guy?
You know what? When I went to Mexico recently, I had a couple.
They don't have those here, right? Like that's not.
No. They bring them from Mex and they fucking overprice the
And
shit.
then they raffle.
So I have seen
Of
some.
course.
Yeah.
They bring them from Mexico and then raffle
Like,
$20
no, but
a number.
Like,
$200 for a fucking case.
No, they
Damn.
wanted
Loteria.
they wanted like 40
Shout out,
bucks
Tony.
for a case. 40, $50. Oh, shit.
Wow.
Tony Fernandez.
Tony Fernandez, no se crea, Tony, es puro pedo rojas. Compa Friday, what's up with you, man? What do you think? Give me some closing thoughts here, boys.
I still want to know. Sorry to interrupt you. I
Damn.
still want to fucking know what the music connection to the names.
Well,
Well, it was to the whole brewery.
Yeah,
not the specific
The
names of
music-
the beers.
Were you even paying attention? And
yeah.
But we are working on some other beers that will have musical
there you go.
connections.
Yeah. No, the music connection was more that Jose was a musician.
You see, you fucking duped me, bro.
You, como se dice, lost in translation.
Lost in
He's
translation.
gonna walk out, man.
Otra cerveza.
10 more to go.
We're gonna have Javi sing you a song right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we're gonna pop out the saxophones right now.
Hey, man.
You can need some earplugs.
I'm just excited to have you guys to work with you guys. First of all,
We are
For
as well,
sure,
man.
for sure.
It's great, and one thing we always kind of believe, as far as Carlos and my compa, I mean, like, as far as Aguacate, we always believe in the products that we push, and we always back it up. Like, we have to believe in it to be like, you know, we want to sell this out to the people. We want to send it out to our shout out to the people that we want to push it to the people that say, hey, drink this, and not just because
or check it out.
This is not a business thing. Like, no, real, like, we want to push it because I'm too in. I would love to do another more, but I don't know how to get home right now. But
I hear you, man.
I told you before, my style is like my favorite.
Yeah.
I always pick up a 4-pack and everything. So I'm just really excited to have you guys upon one of season 2. Hopefully, coming soon. We'll have more details on that. But you'll see a lot of Casa Humilde in our episodes coming up.
For sure. For
So-
sure. Ahí están listas las pinches 200 cases.
Take a pallet. Take a pallet, man.
Take a pallet.
Who's got the biggest car?
Ding. Hey, so what I'm understanding, Fry, is that one more in and you'll start dropping DMs, you know?
Oh, yeah. I'll start messaging people I shouldn't message.
The drunk testing will begin.
Like, hey, what you doing?
Long time no see.
Yeah, long time.
Si jala esta
What you
cerveza. There should be a beer that says, hey.
Well, we actually have.
Or
we
are
have,
you up?
we have one that we kind of came up in the mid-season. No, at the end of the season.
Oh yes, we're gonna pitch it to you guys.
But I don't
Are
know.
you
Should
gonna
we
do it here,
pitch it
or-
here?
Yes,
Yeah.
So we were thinking of the can having a rooster
Okay.
with a beard
Yeah.
and call it the bearded cock. That was not my idea. Well, it was kind of a collaboration idea.
Collaboration.
All right,
We just love the name. Bearded cock.
We can do something like El Gallo or something.
Oh, okay.
A bearded cock.
I'll do the design. Just have a beard on a, gallo and just call it bearded cock.
Yeah.
But that was something that
Hashtag.
we were just talking the other day, and like I see right before we started, we start testing the sound, and we're talking about you guys, and then I don't know what. I mean, I do know, but I'm not gonna go into detail.
Like we started talking. No.
Yeah, and then we just said, oh, you know what? That's an interesting name for like a beer can, and we're like, we'll just have a.
There are like breweries out there that have names like that.
Yeah.
We think like we're not offended, but
Right.
they can be offensive to,
No,
to
I
some
agree.
people. You know,
I agree.
Like a little too vulgar. So yeah, one of the things is we never
wanna keep
want to
it PG.
Yeah,
for sure.
Keep it a little cleaner. You know,
That was just that was just a little.
We just wanted to throw it out.
No,
there.
yeah,
Make sure.
Hey, feel free to take
Could be a
it.
private
Take it
beer.
and run.
We were shooting a shot,
It's like, it's gonna come out El Gallo, but I'm gonna be fucking drunk as
El
fuck.
Gallo Giro.
It's called beer cock.
El gallo giro.
this cock is your favorite.
Hey, we can put AKA.
AKA. No, but we want to thank you guys for hosting us here at
of
District
course, man.
Brewyards. We also want to thank you for coming on board and with the Aguacate family and collabing with us, to be able to sponsor season 2 and hopefully future seasons, because we do have the little that we've talked, we have plans together. We want to do things. Be on the lookout. We are a couple weeks away from premiering season 2.
Yes.
We're down to our last couple of filler episodes. And then also be on the lookout because we're going to have new winter merch. We're just going to have things collaborating with Casa Humilde and from merch to just, our advertisements.
Oh,
And
no,
then,
the slurring
that's
started
the
already.
It's that pepino, man.
yeah,
Está pepino.
Shit. Hijo de Elvis. And then hopefully in the future, we're talking about maybe next summer. A ver qué pasa con todo el COVID, but this is going to be the place. We have a lot of plans. Hopefully we can execute everything that we have in mind in the big picture.
Hopefully,
we
man.
want to thank Jose and Javi for, again, hosting us, introducing us, educating me and whoever else is not a huge beer person on your multiple 13 flavors, your 5 years experience brewing. 1 year here at the District Brewyards, we're excited. We're super happy. It's going to be an honor to work together. It's a very serious company where you guys are coming from, your structure and everything, and we're kind of right there with you guys as far as being stubborn with the ideas, with progressive ideas more than anything.
Yeah.
And we want to be part of that, and we're glad that you're part of that with us as well.
Yeah.
So we can't wait for everybody to check out season 2. Everybody check out. Please come and check out and get your beer from Casa Humilde Cerveceria. check out whatever. Check out the website. If
Yeah.
you could drop out your website and your pages now.
Yeah, so our website is casahumildechicago.com. So there you can check out all our beers, all the styles, all the descriptions.
Store locator.
Store locator as
Yeah.
well on Facebook and Instagram. We're at Casa Humilde Cerveceria. Twitter, we're on Twitter. They're Casa Humilde, but we don't do Twitter much to be quite
Yeah,
honest.
yeah. That's all right.
Yeah.
Go follow and
No,
go
so-
like.
yep.
Go like the pages.
Yeah,
Go follow
for sure.
the Instagrams and everything.
Yeah. And no, thank you guys, man. We're
Also, Pa La Casa, Chicago.
yeah,
Of course.
PalaCasaChicago.com as well. That's our
PalaCasaChicago.com.
You guys registered that one, Pa La Casa?
So yeah. So
yeah.
we've got that with the Big Meats guys. We're super
That's
proud and
what's up.
excited about that. So pick those up if you're Michelada fans.
Yes,
We're confident that you're
Go
gonna
check it
enjoy
out.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
for I'm drinking the pepino right now,
Pepino,
and
yeah.
it's like like what we were talking about before we started the episode. It's like I have the notes, o sea, si está picoso,
Yeah,
it's
good
just
little spice,
perfect,
yeah.
good spice, but it has no. It's technically a michelada, what it is, right?
Yeah. It still has
pero
all
está
the flavor.
claro.
Yeah, no, exactly. So this one we decided to go a little different without the tomato.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so it technically it's still michelada. It just doesn't have the tomato in
It's
it.
just
But
perfect.
we felt like we already have the tamarindo, which people love. It has a
Right.
tomato. It has
Right.
the spices, the tamarindo, all that stuff. So we wanted something a little different. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, and we'll keep
Badass.
coming up with other cool stuff that that might have tomato, might not, but that's gonna be true to what it is.
To what
you
it
know?
is.
Yeah.
Badass.
That's awesome.
Well, we're really happy. Thank you again for hosting us. Thank you again for
thank you.
introducing us,
Appreciate
dropping
it.
some great
Yes, sir.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Mi gente, les encargamos mucho que vayan y se compren unos cuantos 4-packs.
Yes, sir.
You guys are going to enjoy it. Put on some good music in the background. Have some beers. Introduce your old man, your uncles, everybody to
Yeah.
these new beers or new flavors from our guys from Casa Humilde. And so we can't wait to be on the lookout for our fillers. We're going to give you guys the guest list for season 2. Obviously sponsored through Casa Humilde. We also have the one more which is the viewer's choice episode, which we're going to start promoting in a week as well. When this comes out, the viewer's choice poll will be out as well.
Yes,
Big
sir.
shout out to our boy Jose Cermeño, who did everything
Shout out
possible to
Jose.
be here with us tonight.
sir.
He had a lot of shit going on, so shout out to Jose, the sound and the video.
Yep.
And bueno, pues por último, muchísimas gracias. Les encargamos mucho la cerveza. Be on the lookout for our boys for Casa Humilde. Be on the lookout for El Guac Pod. Hey, be on the lookout. You never know. We're probably going to have a fucking beer. We're going to have to come up with a recipe or something.
We'll do
Yes,
something.
sir.
Tenemos que
Yeah.
hacer algo.
You never know.
Así es de
You
que
never
pónganse
know.
chingones.
Bearded cock.
Sí. Not beer de
Not gonna
caco.
push it.
Not beer de caco. Saludcita a la buena. Ahora sí que vamos a decir
Salud,
saludcita a la
guys.
buena. Salud.
Salud,
Que sean
salud.
muchos más viejones. Saque la que apeste. Se presa el día.
El Guac Pod.